Welcome to Music Appreciation. We're glad to have you for Unit 1 and Lesson 1. The first unit is entitled The Elements of Music, and there's your first chapter, Sound. There are three elements, pitch, dynamic, and tone color. And we want to begin with those three elements. So let's get right into it. The definition is there on the screen for pitch. Pitch is the highness or the lowness of a sound. So I think this is a good example from our book. Notice these three words that are taken from the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, are going to go down in pitch. And then the next three words in the Star Spangled Banner are going to go up in pitch. Can you see? So let's just look at that one, and why don't you join me and let's sing that one together. Here we sing. Oh, say, can you see? Another really good example in your book is in the scale. A scale is very important to musicians. And in this scale, we are using the solfege syllables do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Notice that the pitches in this case are going up. So the pitch we would say is ascending. Again, the highness and the lowness. And so these pitches are raising, they're going up. Let's try that one together. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The second element that we're going to study in Chapter 1 is the element of dynamics. So we're getting into the expressive controls. A definition for dynamics is the degree of loudness or softness. When we talk about dynamics, we're talking about intensity and a way to express the music by allowing it to be either loud or soft, or the variations of that. This symbol that's at the bottom of your slide is really an Italian term. It's called a crescendo. And that term crescendo means to gradually get louder. So I've given an example, and the example is queued up that I'd like to play for you. It is an example of Sibelius and an orchestral work called Finlandia. Listen to the brass as they give each of those measures with a crescendo. Listen to the crescendo. There's your dynamics, and you notice that those brasses gave that big crescendo each time. The third musical element in Chapter 1 is tone color. Another name for tone color is there at the bottom of the definition, timbre. We could say tone color, or we could say timbre. Timbre refers to the quality that distinguishes each of the sounds. So we're speaking of characteristic qualities in the sound. So what I'd like to do is just give us some real-life examples to give us a thought for what we talk about in music. Here would be let's say a cotton ball or a cloud. If you held a cotton ball in your hand, it would be very light and it'd be very soft. On the other hand, if you had a pine cone or if you had a porcupine or something, it would be prickly. You know, it might be sharp. And then if I had a box here, you know, maybe the sides of the box would be smooth. And maybe you'd see that there, and it would just give you the impression of a different texture as you felt that box. So I have some examples queued up, and the first example is a flute. When you think of the sound of a flute, I think of the word light or sweet. So listen to the sound or the tone color that the flute makes. A very beautiful and sweet sound with the flute. And let's contrast that because you're going to get a brilliant sound with the trumpet on this excerpt, a nice bright sound. Listen to the trumpet. And then the final excerpt that I have, I want you to contrast the brilliance of the trumpet with the richness and the warmth that you would hear with the cello. So there you have three different tone colors, or three different timbres. There are your three elements: pitch, dynamic, and tone color. Pitch is referring to the highness and the lowness of the sound. Dynamic is referring to the intensity, that is the loudness or the softness. And the tone color is the sound quality, the characteristic of the sound that varies. I look forward to seeing your quizzes, and have a great day.